Crystal here from Crystal's Quail and Cocktails. So I was out here this morning. I did not bring my camera. And I had a cage that had one boy in it, and he's actually up here in this top cage running around. His name is Frank. I named him Frank because he was beaten up badly by the girls that he was placed with twice. And I can't remember if I put him in with a different group of girls the second time or whatever, but basically he was just too amorous. The girls didn't like him, they beat him up. So he has pretty bad scars on his face, but he survived. Right now he is being punished because this morning when I came out here to feed the chicks that I'm brooding out here, I just did a little peek on everybody, and he beat up 3 out of the 4 girls that were in his cage badly. One is real bad, and I'll show you what he did. So in this top cage, those should all be males. They are not crowing yet, so I plan to move them this weekend, put bits in their noses and move them to grow them out for meat. Okay, down in this cage I have 1 boy, 6 girls. Same on this cage. See, it's split. Same here, 1 boy, 6 girls. Same here. These are like breeding sets. And then same down here. But this poor bird is the one that Frank beat up really badly. So I put food in there for her because I don't want her reaching her head through the bars because her head is in really bad shape. So I will get her out and show you what he did. Come here, sweetie girl. Hey, sweetie girl. It's just me. I just want to check you. Hi. Okay. Oh my goodness. So she doesn't look as bad as she did earlier. Let me see if I can just set her here if she'll stay. Hey, sweetie girl. Okay. So it looks like both her eyes are swollen closed now. That is bad, because if she can't see, she can't eat. And it looks like there's some drainage right there. So what I'm going to do is, what I did earlier was I cleaned it with some peroxide, and then I sprayed some, it's like a first aid spray. It's a pain reliever and it kills germs. But one of her eyes wasn't swollen closed earlier. Quail lose weight really fast. So if she doesn't open her eyes probably by tomorrow or the next day, might have to put her down. But what I'll do to help is put an antibiotic ointment, an eye ointment on her eyes to keep them soft, so that way they're not like crusted up and stuck closed. That way hopefully they'll open. So I'm just going to leave her here because she seems like she's just going to stay. But she's the one that Frank beat up the worst. So she needs some tending too. Oh, that was a boy. That was a boy. We got lots of boys. So when you have lots of boys, then that's when you usually have fighting. It's not typical for a boy to beat up a girl. So I don't know what's going on with Frank. Normally I would put him down, but he's a celadon quail, and he has a different bloodline than these celadon quail. So I'm really hoping I can keep him and breed him. But if he's going to be an asshole, he's going to get put down. Alright, so let's check on the other birds that Frank beat up. Okay, so we have them in here. So one he spared, but let me show you the injuries on the others. Okay, come here. It's okay. I know. Okay, so this bird, let me see. It's kind of hard. You see that like darkish color. It's like I can't focus it while I'm holding the bird and holding the the camera, but basically it was like a bloody spot. She was besides the one that was not injured, she was the least injured. Okay, where's the other girl? He is such a meanie, but don't worry, I won't put him back with you guys ever again. Okay, so here's this girl. Can see her eyes pretty beat up, and then this eye is swollen closed. So as long as they have one eye that they can't, because that's a common place for basically birds to pick on them, is their eyes. If they have one eye open, then they can see to eat. Their injuries were not as severe as this bird. So I'm going to, oh my gosh, I see another injury. Oh no, this bird, I wonder if this is the guy I tagged earlier. See this bird, he's got blood on his side. It's an unusual place to have blood. However, he has a blue bracelet on, and I did put a blue band on a bird in this cage earlier, and I broke his wing. That happens sometimes when you hold the birds. You want to hold their wings down. If you have a break and no blood, typically they'll be fine. If you have a compound fracture, if it's bad, you have to put the bird down. This one wasn't too bad, but since I see him, I'll check it and make sure he's doing okay. So my son is yelling at me, so I guess I better go tend to him and tend to this poor little girl over here. Like I said, I'll take care of her wounds again, and I'll put ointment on her eyes, and then put her back in by herself so she can recover. Okay, happy Thursday.